Hello everybody and welcome to a SEGA Bits review. Today we're going to be reviewing Yakuza 6, The Song of Life. And this game is a double-edged sword. We have a brand new engine that is updating everything to PlayStation 4 standards, but at the same time we have the last game that's going to start Kazuma Kiryu. So this is a very important game to the franchise and it's a very important review. Is it worth your money and did they cut back on content? Let's get right into it. Yakuza 6 takes place 3 years after the events of Yakuza 5. We have our protagonist, Kazuma Kiryu, coming out of prison. When he's released, we find out that Haruka has been missing, and when he searches for her, he finds out that she's been hit by a car, and then is surprised to find out that she's had a kid. Part of the game is trying to figure out who this kid's father is. Haruka's been in the coma, so Kazuma's left with very little evidence. And at the same time, the Tojo clan has been having trouble with other gangs infiltrating Kamurocho. And like always, Kazuma's always going to eventually be dragged back into Tojo clan business. So the game also features 2 maps. One is obviously Kamurocho. It's kind of like Yakuza's Green Hill Zone, so we're obviously going to have it back. And Onimichi, which is a small port town. And it's actually very well and looks really, really nice in this game. And I'm really glad they chose a small town because there's so much more things to visit and the architecture and the buildings look a lot different compared to the city. So it looks great in this game. Very good locale. And they even have a brand new cast of characters for Onimichi. And they're very comical and they wrote them very well. The personalities are always outstanding, and that's something the Yakuza franchise is known to do all the time. We also have a Japanese celebrity role here of Vic Romano from your favorite show,
Most Extreme Elimination Challenge.
I'm Vic Romano, and of course, sitting next to me as always is Kenny Blankenship.
My only problem with the Yakuza writing is when they explain the plot multiple times, especially right after each other, especially when a game this long, it takes dozens of hours to beat. It's really annoying when you get a plot point and then right after you finish the mission, they tell you the plot point right away again. And that's a very small, I guess, annoyance. And this game still does it, and it does it a lot less than the other games do. I think Yakuza 5 did it way more. Yakuza 6 also sports a brand new engine called the Dragon Engine. Engine has been updated, and this is the first time that the Yakuza studio has updated a game graphically from the ground up in a new engine since like Yakuza 3, and even that one was still a little bit behind the curve. It was still like a B-rated engine, you know. This one is totally AAA engine, like going into buildings, leaving buildings, looks flawless, no loading. The fighting is no loading. Like before they would say no loading, but it would still kind of like the camera would do a little pan around and you could tell it was loading during the panning. This one is just instantly into the fight and it's incredible. Even everything on the map has physics to it, and it's a big upgrade from the old engine. Even though it runs at half the frame rate of Yakuza 0, it looks a lot better than Yakuza 0 at the same time. The only thing I would say that's annoying about this game is that while it looks a lot better, it also has a bunch of jaggies. It's like there's no anti-aliasing in this game, and that's kind of annoying. And it also has some screen tearing and slowdown, and the slowdown isn't as pronounced as other games that have come out in the recent years, like Nier or Final Fantasy 15. But it's still there, and people tell me that if you play it on the PlayStation Pro, it actually improves it. I don't have a PlayStation Pro, so I can't tell you if it does. I will say that the game engine really impressed me, especially with how condensed and how it just ties everything together beautifully. It's something that the franchise should have done probably in last generation, and it's nice that they finally have a AAA engine. I would put this right there with Metal Gear Solid 5 and Final Fantasy 15 in terms of graphical power. And that's high praise and high bar, and it's one of the few Japanese AAA games. The game also got a brand new fighting engine, which gives Kazuma Kiryu's punches some weight to it. There's also some like physics, the way you run around. It reminds me of a lot of like Uncharted. When you play that game, there's like this weird motion he does when he walks around and you go back and forth. This game has that, and it kind of ties in with the fighting, and it's a little weird at first, but you'll get used to it. They seem to have slowed down his fighting style. The punches feel more meatier. Predicting the opponent's moves is a lot easier. I kind of want to say that the game's easier than the past games, but in the end of the day, I don't think Yakuza's ever been a challenging game. It's always been about the experience, and this game it's a great experience, so And unsurprisingly, this game also features a wide range of tracks. It has some fan favorite remixes, it has some hard guitar action music, some very dramatic, over the top, sad music, and this has come to be expected from the franchise, and this one delivers a ton of tracks. Some are remixes from old games, some are new, and it has a nice wide range of tracks that you can listen to, and I'm very happy that it's a lot better than the Kiwami music, which I complained about in our review that I did for it. This game also has a series of distractions. This is something the franchise has been known for since the beginning of time, you know? All these side missions, all these mini games, and this game has it all in aces of spades. I mean, it's not perfect. There's some stuff missing that we've all been accustomed to from the old games, like bowling, pool. I kind of wish they would repeat those, but I could see why they didn't do that, and they brought new stuff to replace those. So let's talk about the side missions. There's 52 side missions, and they're wide-ranging. Some are great, some fill in backstories for side characters, some are just silly and fun, and I like the silly and fun ones, and some are really serious plots, but all of them are pretty fun to play, and they all give you something to do outside of the main mission. The game also has a bunch of other activities you could do. There's always the hostess bar, there's a baseball simulator, clan creator, you could even go to the gym, you could take care of your new boy, Hiroto. I probably said that wrong. And there's a cat cafe, and you know, I like cats, so having a cat cafe, drink my coffee, pet my cat, all great. And as a SEGA fan, you know, my favorite thing about this is when you go to the arcades, and this game has a wide range of arcade games. It has a retro section, which includes stuff like Fantasy Zone, Outrun, Space Harrier, and even Hang On. Not only that, we also got a few modern classics. We got a full offline version of Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown, which is incredible. I'm surprised they did this. That game is really well done, and it's nice to have it in this game. I think you could buy this game just for Virtua Fighter 5, so there you go. Review's over. No, just kidding. And there's also Puyo Puyo, which is based off of Puyo Puyo Tetris, but it only features Puyo Puyo, no Tetris mode in this. It's a more simplistic version of it, and it's fun to play. And it also has multiplayer. Both of these games have multiplayer, and you can load them up from the main menu. This is a great feature, and it really shows you that SEGA put a lot of love into this game. It has a brand new engines, brand new graphics, it's a AAA game, and it has all this content in it, right? All these other games like Metal Gear Solid 5 and Final Fantasy 15, they all take out things when they put a brand new engine, and I'm surprised that SEGA put this much content into this game. Well worth the $60 for sure, and that's why I'm giving this game an A in our rating. This game surprised me. I always think, oh, another Yakuza game. I've played this. I've already experienced this, and every single game, it always draws me back in, and I feel like Kazuma Kiryu, right? He's always saying that he's gonna leave the Tojo clan, but when they come knocking, he comes answering, and that's how I feel like when I play a Yakuza game. I think, finally, this game, I'm bored of it. Can we go on to another IP? And then I play the game, and I'm like, what's gonna happen in the next chapter? Oh, look at this mini game. Oh, look at that. And they always keep it refreshing. But that's just my opinion on the game. What do you guys think? PSN has a full demo, and if you like the demo, it has the ability for you to buy it and just have a key to unlock it so you don't have to re-download anything else again. And I urge you guys to try it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What do you guys think about the review? Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you guys in the next review. Bye.